The September 22nd edition of Monday Night Raw began like many others, exciting matchups, high anticipation, and the ongoing undercurrent of storylines building toward Crown Jewel. But no one could have predicted the emotional roller coaster that would unfold by the end of the night. What started as a gritty, hard-fought win by Rhea Ripley over Asuka in a singles match quickly spiraled into betrayal, heartbreak, and one of the most unexpected emotional moments we've ever seen from the Eradicator herself. The events of this night didn't just shock fans, they may have reshaped the dynamics of WWE's women's division forever. Rhea Ripley secures the win, but the celebration doesn't last. Rhea Ripley went head-to-head with Asuka in what was already being called a showcase of power versus precision. The match was competitive from bell to bell, with Ripley using her raw strength to counter Asuka's striking ability and submissions. It ended in a tight finish. Ripley countered a kick attempt and pulled off a slick roll-up for the victory. For a brief moment, it felt like a standard win in a fiercely contested match. But as the bell rang and Ripley raised her hand in victory, the celebration was instantly cut short. The Kabuki Warriors strike without mercy. Almost as soon as the match ended, chaos erupted. The Kabuki Warriors, Asuka, IYO SKY, and Kairi Sane stormed the ring in a scene that seemed rehearsed, yet executed with a chaotic intensity. Asuka wasted no time unleashing her signature green mist, spraying it directly into Ripley's face, blinding her and leaving her momentarily helpless. Kairi Sane, usually the more composed of the trio, hesitated for only a second before joining the attack. That hesitation, however small, hinted at something deeper under the surface. Possibly regret, or maybe conflict. But it didn't stop her from helping deliver the beating. In an unexpected twist, the person who tried to put a stop to it wasn't a referee or outside wrestler. It was IYO SKY herself. IYO SKY's emotional plea falls on deaf ears. As her stablemates unleashed their assault on Ripley, IYO SKY, clearly distraught, tried to intervene. She shouted at Asuka and Kairi, visibly pleading with them to stop the attack. For fans watching at home, it was a shocking moment. IYO, often portrayed as the quiet but deadly member of Damage Control, was showing something rarely seen in her character: vulnerability and compassion. Instead of listening to their teammate, Asuka responded coldly. She turned to IYO and delivered a brutal spinning backfist to her face. Kairi then assisted in bringing IYO down in what became a shocking turn of betrayal within the group. The Kabuki Warriors had turned on one of their own, publicly, violently, and without hesitation. A moment that brought the WWE Universe to a standstill. The betrayal left the crowd stunned. As the show faded to black, fans were left with more questions than answers. Why did IYO try to protect Rhea Ripley? What caused this sudden rupture within Damage CTRL? And most importantly, how would Ripley, the Eradicator who rarely shows emotion, react to being saved by someone she considered a rival? Later that night, a video began circulating online of IYO backstage, sitting against a wall in the hallway, holding her ribs and visibly in tears. The usually stoic superstar had just been turned on by the people she trusted most, and the WWE Universe felt her pain. The apology no one saw coming. Then came the moment that no one expected. Rhea Ripley, still recovering from the attack, posted a simple yet deeply moving message on social media. "I'm sorry, IYO. I'm so sorry." That was it. No bravado, no hashtags, no follow-up threats or insults, just raw, unfiltered emotion. It sent shockwaves through the WWE Universe. Rhea Ripley, the dominant, intimidating force who's built her career on fearlessness and aggression, offering a heartfelt apology to someone she once tried to dominate in the ring. It was a side of Ripley fans had never seen. Vulnerable, honest, human. Who is IYO SKY? Understanding her journey. To understand the weight of this moment, you need to understand who IYO SKY is. Long before she joined WWE, she was regarded as one of the best high flyers in the world, dominating in Japan and earning global respect. When she joined WWE's NXT, she dazzled crowds with her aerial ability, toughness, and unique charisma. She didn't speak much, but she didn't need to. Her actions in the ring spoke volumes. As a member of Damage CTRL, IYO took a darker path, aligning with Bayley and Dakota Kai, and eventually forming the Kabuki Warriors with Asuka and Kairi. Together, they represented chaos, unpredictability, and dominance. But deep down, IYO has always been the emotional heartbeat of the group. She's the glue that held them together, which made the betrayal sting even more. Rhea Ripley, the monster with a conscience. Ripley has built her image on being WWE's enforcer, the powerhouse, the woman who doesn't care what anyone thinks, just destroy and dominate. But fans have long speculated that beneath the leather jackets, tattoos, and death stares, Ripley has layers. She's someone who deeply values respect and loyalty, even if she doesn't always say it out loud. Her apology wasn't just a gesture. It was a message to IYO, to the fans, and maybe even to herself. It showed that Ripley understands what IYO lost that night. She saw someone stand up for what's right, take a beating for it, and be left broken and alone. And she responded not with mockery or indifference, but empathy. Crown Jewel, a potential new alliance. With WWE's Crown Jewel event in Perth, Australia just weeks away, speculation is running wild. Could Ripley and IYO, two women who have battled countless times, form an alliance to take on the Kabuki Warriors? The story writes itself. Ripley returns to her home country, not just as a champion, but as a partner standing beside a woman who was betrayed for trying to do the right thing. The visual of Rhea Ripley and IYO SKY walking down the ramp together in Perth, side by side, united not by convenience but by shared pain and respect, could be one of the most powerful moments in recent WWE history. Fan reactions, compassion over conflict. WWE fans aren't just watching this storyline, they're feeling it. Social media has exploded with support for IYO, with hashtags like #JusticeForIYO and #RipleyRespect trending just hours after Raw ended. For many, it's refreshing to see a story driven by emotion and mutual understanding instead of just betrayal and violence. This isn't a basic heel versus face feud. This is nuanced storytelling that shows real emotional stakes. Some fans are even comparing Ripley's apology to classic WWE redemption arcs, where cold-hearted superstars slowly rediscover their humanity. Others are calling it a turning point in Ripley's character development, proof that even the strongest have soft spots. WWE veterans and analyst opinions, wrestling veterans and analysts also weighed in. Vince Russo on Legion of Raw expressed skepticism about the Kabuki Warriors' heel turn, claiming the crowd didn't react as strongly as expected. But he was quick to admit that what did connect was IYO SKY's pain and Ripley's reaction to it. "You can't script that kind of emotion," one fan posted online. "It just felt real." Even backstage reports suggest WWE may not have originally planned to stretch this storyline, but the organic response from fans and the authenticity from both women involved might be changing things. A story built on shared experience. At its core, this is a story about two women who have fought each other, hurt each other, and pushed each other to their limits, but in one shared moment of pain, found an unexpected connection. IYO SKY's quiet bravery and Rhea Ripley's emotional maturity have given us something rare in WWE: vulnerability, respect, and the possibility of growth through shared adversity. Final thoughts, a new chapter for Rhea and IYO. In the world of wrestling, alliances shift, betrayals happen, and rivalries come and go. But sometimes, amidst the chaos, we witness something that feels real, something that reminds us why we care in the first place. Rhea Ripley and IYO SKY may have started as enemies, but after September 22nd, their story has evolved into something far more powerful, a tale of mutual respect, personal growth, and the hope that even in a world built on conflict, compassion can still break through.